Welcome to another Fearless episode where we focus on giving a value and we love taking action. The art of not giving a fuck. You heard some people told you that they don't give a damn, they don't give a fuck. But in fact, they actually do give a fuck because that's why they talk to you about it. If they don't give a fuck, they wouldn't talk about it at all. But people told you that, you just don't give a damn about it. But how do you learn not to give a damn? Is it an art in of itself? And why do you need to learn about not giving a damn, not giving a fuck? So let me give you 3 main reasons why you need to learn about not giving a fuck. The number one is because once you learn not to give a fuck, you will take control of your life. You will act according to your value instead of let fear control of your life. Second, you will stay focused. You will focus on your dream and your purpose, and you will stay outside of the distraction in this world. And lastly, it will improve your mental health. Because when you give too much damn about something, it will cause you disappointed. It will cause you upset. It will cause you stressed in your life. That's the 3 main reasons why you need to learn how to not giving a fuck. So 2 years ago when I worked at my first job after I graduated from college, and I didn't really like that job at all because of the responsibility that it have and the boss, the environment, blah blah, whatever that you can name it. Every time I went to work, it drained my energy the fuck out of me. It drained my emotional out. Like every time I see my boss and when I sat in the office, it just really bothered me. It's just something that not really feel right with me then. And that is just drained the fucking energy out of me. Like, I'm the type of guy that I love doing control my own schedule and I love doing on my own thing. I love to be creative. But at that job, they would just try to control me. The boss just want me to be there exactly on time. If I 5 minutes late, she's gonna critique me, she's gonna criticize me. And she want me to do exactly what she said. There's some certain time that if I don't respond to the email, like within 10 minutes, she's gonna scream and yell at me. Like, what the fuck is that? But I put up for all of that bullshit because I need money. I put up for all of that bullshit because I want to stay on my status. I want my parents and other people look at me that, I have a great job with a great pay and great benefits. I want to show others that I look like the same like them. But after working there for 7 months, I was so tired of it. It sucks the fucking shit out of my energy emotionally and physically. And I just wasn't really who I am. So at the last month when I have enough on of that, I decided to looking for a different job and I got the interview. And the funny thing though, because on the day of the interview, I just told her, hey, I need this time off. And my boss asked me a tons of reasons, like, hey, why do you need that time off, blah, blah, blah. I'm so tired of her. I went anyway. And when I done with the interview, I didn't know that I will get a second job lined up before I put in a notice for this job. But my boss caused me so much headache, so much anxiety. And then the next day she called me, give her the reason, give her like a document that's why I off on that day, why I off on that certain day. And I'm so tired of all of her bullshit. So on the phone, when I talked to her, I told her that I'm done with all of this bullshit and that I put in a notice, I'm done with this. I wanna quit. And she was shocked when I told her that. And I actually did. And it's over. You know, in the moment I actually told her that I'm done. I wanted to quit. I took control back over myself. And it feels so good. I feel so at peace with myself. Because at this point, I no longer give a damn. I no longer giving a shit about whatever the outcome that could happen. And I feel so at peace with myself because now I actually take control of my life instead of letting fear control of my life. That's what happens when you don't give a damn. When you learn to not giving a fuck, that means you no longer depend on the outcome. And you act according to your value. If your value is to want a freedom, if your value is fearless, You have to act according to it. But if you let fear control you, that means you will not act according to who you are. I felt so at peace because at this point I no longer depend on whatever the outcome that would happen after I said I quit. I also heard that some people who complaining about that they want to have a raise, they want more money at their job, but they're afraid of asking their boss because they're afraid that their boss will hate them, because they're afraid that their boss will fire them. So what really mean is they giving more fuck than their boss. And that's when their boss have control over their life. And that's when they can't make their decision. They can't take control of their life because now they depend on their boss. It's so funny though because they can't stand working over there. They can't stand their boss. They can't stand the environment that they work. But for some reason they stuck with the thing that they don't like. Why do they do that? For so many reasons, we stay in the situation that we need to get out way earlier than we should be. The reason we stick with it because they meet some of our basic boxes. But why are we even in it anyway? We are not happy over there. Why are we even in it? Just because they meet some of our basic boxes? You know, that is the disaster to ruin your life. That is the disaster for killing your soul. And many people, I say many, like a lot of people put up with it because they let fear control over their life. Because they give too much damn. They give too much fuck. So what is it that the art of not giving a fuck is about? It is about that you must give a fuck to something. You must put something more important than your current situation. Back to my example. The reason that I was able to tell her over the phone that I was done, I'm quit because I know that I need to give a fuck to something else. So in that case, I focus on my purpose and my goal, and I give a fuck to my purpose and my goal. Then the job that I didn't like it. And when I give a fuck more to my purpose and my goal, now the current event become less important. And I way care less about the outcome. And that's why I'm able to act in the position of control. So in order for you to not giving a fuck, you must give a fuck to something. You must give a fuck to something more important in your life. So back to the example of some people who are afraid of asking for a raise. In order for them to ask for a raise fearlessly, they have to give a fuck about something in their life. Maybe they need to work on the side hustle for a long period of time and they know that their side hustle would save them for some time for them to looking for another job, for them to build their business. That's when they can come to their boss and ask for money because at this point, they no longer giving a fuck about the current job. So the art of not giving a fuck is really that you need to give a fuck to something that really matters in your life. The truth is, we must give a damn about something. We are human beings. We have emotion. You heard many people told you that they don't really care about what other people think of them. But we do. We do want other people to like us. So the only way that you learn not to give a fuck is to focus on whose opinion matter in your life. And the rest become less important. And when they become less important, it won't affect you anything. And that's how you not giving a fuck about some bullshit in your life. So right now, you should ask yourself, what is it that really matter in your life? Your relationship. Decide that who actually really matter in your life. Is it your spouse? Is it your best friend? Is it your mentor? Focus on who actually really matter in your life. For me, I only give a fuck about somebody I respect, like my mentor. That's why when anything goes south, when anybody give me opinion that don't align with my value, I'm staying okay. Because I know that the only person I do give a damn is my mentor. I do consider what they have to say because they act on my interest. In terms of relationship, let's say if there's a gossip at work, let's say your friend talks shit behind your back and everything like that. If you give too much damn, it will affect your mood. It will affect your mental health. And it's really funny thing because those gossip, it's not really important in your life at all. At the end of the day, they don't serve your purpose. And the same thing in your career, what do you actually give a damn? Do you give a damn about money? Or do you give a damn of doing what actually fulfill you? Because if you actually give a damn about what actually fulfill you, you would choose focus. You would choose to pursue your dreams instead of pursue that direct deposit. The fact is most people are looking for that money, that direct deposit. That's why they give a damn about that direct deposit more than their purpose. And that's why they let the boss control their life. And that's why they let that money control their life. They let that fear control their life, and that's why they never able to give a fuck. That's why they never able to act in the position of strength, because they give too much fuck on something. And the thing is, they give too much fuck on something that's not important in their life. So the number one reason that people are so miserable nowadays because they give a fuck on the wrong thing. Just that simple. They put their focus on chasing money. They put their focus on paying the bill instead of pursuing what matters in their life. To recap, ask yourself what's really important in your life. I do believe that the most really important in my life is my purpose, my dreams, my health, and my relationship. That's all. What do I really give a fuck about? I only give a fuck about my purpose, my dream, and my health. When you learn to care less about nonsense stuff and only focus on what truly matters in your life, that's when you really master the art of not giving a fuck. And that's what I'm talking about, the 3 key main benefits of not giving a fuck. That's when you take control of your life. You act according to your value. That's when you stay focused. You remove all the distraction. Anything that's not serve your purpose, you will put them aside. Instead of put some energy to them. You will improve your mental health, because right now the only thing that can affect you is when your purpose, when your dream, when things go sideways with those. Instead of like something going wrong at work, instead of like you don't have money, there's some of them are important, but it's not important as compared to your value and your health. So my question for you are, what are some of the things that you are giving a fuck in your life right now? Do they really matter? Have you been giving a fuck to a wrong thing in your life? Remember the time that when you give too much fuck, what would happen? I guarantee you probably have a headache, you probably have a stress in your life. But remember, when you don't give a fuck about too many things, you will feel at peace. You will feel like you are taking joy of your life. Let me know, what are something that you give a fuck in your life right now? And ask yourself why? Why do you give a fuck about those things? Are they really matter in your life? Do they help you grow as a person? Do they contribute to your dreams? Do they help you reach to your destination faster? Let me know. I would love to hear from you. I hope you find this value. Please share with at least one friend that you know. And until next time, thank you.